Hi, guys. Time flies. It's actually Thursday, March 27th. I know today is Thursday. I just made my friend her birthday video and I was just talking to her and she's like, "You got the date right, Laura, but you know today's Thursday." And I'm like, "I know today is Thursday. In my heart, I know today is Thursday. I have to the garbage company is coming to pick up the garbage cans and they come on Thursday and they're out there waiting. And I also know like today I'm going to go to Recology and drop off I might find a home for it, but it's kind of like a brokish microwave. And I know my friend is going to listen to this like another broken microwave. I am not going to blame my husband because maybe I don't take accountability for my microwave behavior, but I was gone. We were gone for 3 months and he had the microwave for 3 months. I don't know. It got like rusty on the inside or this rusty and bubbly thing. So anyway, I bought a new microwave and they just don't make things like they used to. And this microwave actually locks. It locks. And then you have to hit like 7 and 9 and unlock to get it to unlock. So I think it has a safety feature probably to keep kids from opening up a microwave, sticking something in it and hitting start, which I think that's pretty good. Except if they don't have that microwave on a safe place, if they're pulling on the handle, they might tip it over or something and pull it. They're not heavy items. And it's just what do you call it? Like a tabletop microwave. But back to my friends and her birthday. Today is Thursday, March 27th. Now, as I've shared before, my birthday's March 13th, and she would always remember my birthday. Well, except for Sizzler. That's another story. Sizzler restaurant. Hey, Laura, this was a long time ago. I have like BC and AC, before child and after child. So before a child time, when I was single and free. Not that I'm, married and a prisoner or anything, but, when you don't have, when you're young. But anyway, she had called me up on my birthday and she's like, "Hey, Laura, you want to go to Sizzler?" And I thought, oh, she's taking me out for my birthday. Now with Sizzler, you at the time, you walked in and you ordered whatever and you paid and then you went and, sat down with your food. It would come to you. So anyway, I was like, she's taking me out for my birthday. How sweet. And then it came time to pay. And she's like, we're in there. And she's like, "I don't have any money." And I thought like, I have a weird sense of humor. And she's had a weird sense of humor. So I thought, oh, this is funny. So I paid and I thought, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. She forgot it was my birthday. But, and then she later on like, "Oh my God, it was your birthday and I made you pay." But she did other stuff to make up for it. Like, put "happy birthday" with wax on my windshield at my job that was down a highway. And it created blurring and I almost died trying to drive. No, sticking balloons to my car on a new paint job with tape. That's my friend. No, but we just have those funny experiences. But yeah, that is hard to get wax off a windshield, especially when you don't know that somebody put wax on your windshield and you're coming out late at night and you're thinking it's just kind of foggy. And so you hit the windshield wiper cleaner and then you like, what the fluck and I'm like, don't ever do that. Again, I got to drive down this 2-lane road. And even back then in my early 20s, I've always, being very nearsighted, always kind of had a little bit of night blindness, let alone smudgy windshield. But yeah, I made it, obviously. And so anyway, back to the birthdays. I always had a hard time remembering, like, I know her birthday's after mine. What is it? So I'd like, "Hey, when's your birthday?" And then she finally like, "Hey, it's 2 weeks after yours, 14 days. And I'll never forget that. It was like, kind of like, oh, okay. So I've never forgot it. So today is her birthday. I got the day right, but then I said, "Happy Wednesday." It's Thursday, March 27th. And she's 29 again. Yeah, right. And I'm 29, so 33. I'm 32 plus many, many years. But we are so much better older. We are, aren't we? Anyway, she was my partner in crime. We were she wasn't really partner in crime. She was kind of drug around by me and involved in stuff that she shouldn't have been. But Remember one eye? One eye? I, oh God, this is so inappropriate. I got it. She always likes to share stories. Followed, I saw a guy in a nice car and followed him through a McDonald's drive-through. I don't even think I ate at McDonald's. I think I was just following the car through the drive-through. I don't know. Anyway, those were back in my um, we change. We change. They say 7 years. Every 7 years, you get like your skin is everything is different in your body. And so that's many, many times over I've changed. And I sometimes will watch like young people and think, how can they be so stupid? What are they doing? And then I look back and all I got to do is look like Laura. Think about what you were doing at their age. Just think about what you were doing. And I just think, oh my God, by the grace of God, thank God, I am 61 years old and I'm intact. I have all 5 fingers on one hand, didn't lose any fingers. Still got my toes. My legs hurt. But yeah, so happy birthday, my beautiful earthling friend. Today is Thursday. I wonder, I'll know how well people watch my video or how, if they catch that I got the day wrong. But yeah, she caught it. She's very, I think she's detail oriented. But after retiring, I used to hear it's so cliche. I don't know what day it is. I know when bills are due and stuff, but it really, you do lose track of days because, to me, the most important days really are making sure I get that garbage out, pull the garbage out, like I got to remember that. But there's a lot of, cues when you live, around and you see the other garbage cans out. But sometimes they forget the garbage cans. So my neighbors sometimes forget too. So, I don't know what's going on, why I don't remember things like I used to as well. I contributed to my love since childhood of tuna fish in a can. Tuna fish, tuna fish, tuna fish. That's what I blame it on. And I probably grew up with lead-based paint. Maybe I ate some paint chips. I don't know. Never have had the best memory. So if you happen to come into any of my lives and you've been in them before and you talk to me and I've engaged and had great conversations with people that do show up and stay, and then I have great conversations with myself, it seems, if you can remind me what we talked about. I've been trying to write the names down, then I can't find the paper because somebody came in my life last night. I wrote it down somewhere. I'm so unorganized, and they're like, "Remember me?" And I'm like, "Just give me a hint. Please give me a hint." I'll remember. I have really talked and had conversations. With some really nice people, and then other people who seem to want to see my feet. Show me your toes. Like, quit messing with me and coming on my lives. But you know what? If you come on my live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's 7 days a week. And from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll show you my shoes, my new tennis shoes. I am not showing my feet. I used to have, I'll let you know, if things were like how they are now today, like people can have OnlyFans and all that stuff, and they can make money showing their feet, you just miss me. It's decades too late. I had some very, very cute feet. High arches, nice toes, beautiful toenails, beautiful feet. And after decades of working hard, I don't know. My husband says they look like some little animal that lives underground that never saw the light of day, But you're not seeing my feet. I'm not going to call feet people freaks or anything. We all have our thing. There's somebody that I watch. I don't know if they watch my videos, but I watch, and I like his nose. This one YouTuber, and I keep telling him I like his nose. I just think he's got this perfect nose, and I look at it on all angles and I'm like, oh my gosh, noses, feet, what's the difference? And then my friend whose birthday is today, she's the one who has said this. If I ever said to her, oh, I got a runny nose and I can't, whatever, she's like, you got a runny nose and your feet smell. Happy birthday. It's Thursday, March 27th, and the year is 2025. I know who the president is. And what else am I supposed to remember when they ask those cognitive questions? I can't remember what they are. There's a whole list of things they'll ask when they're checking your cognition. But mine has been impaired for decades. Love you guys. Take care. Love you, my beautiful earthling friend whose birthday is today. And I wish you could come around this way, but I know you got plans with probably people that are, more important than me and, stuff. And I'll just be my sensitive Piscean self that puts on a good facade. I'm okay. I know you have other obligations and that I'd love to take you out today, but that's okay because I have a lot of stuff to do. I have to pull in those garbage cans because my mom will perseverate on them when the truck's coming. Like, are you going to go out there and get them? You going to go out there and get them? And it's like, Jesus, people work and come home at like 7:00 at night. They can sit out there. But that's another story. Now, if my one sister is watching this, that will give her a laugh. She knows the garbage can stories. But anyway, happy birthday to you. La, 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 la. Have a good one.